Good morning, sunshines. Work hard, shine hard today. That's what we have going on this fantastic, beautiful, snowy in Colorado. If you're in Colorado, spring day. Guys, it's April. It's like late April. It's April 21st, and I am staring at a snow-filled landscape in front of me. So you probably wish you were in Colorado right now. It's freaking gorgeous. And if you're in Colorado and you're like, I hate it, just think, like, this could be your last snowstorm for a while. How horrible is that? Morning, Ian. What's going on? You guys are like anxious to talk about goldfish this morning. Yes or no? Probably. But we are going to do morning, Ernie. What's going on? We're going to do our good morning sunshine together first. Our miracle morning routine. Thanks to Elrod and the like concrete structure that he gave us. A lot of us are practicing. Good morning, Joy. Our morning routine to better ourselves. Nikki, I tagged you. I tagged a few other people because guess what? I didn't do one yesterday is what happened. Like I got up and I was like, I came back, I had my station set up and then this happened and then that happened. And then I was in a place with no internet reception. So I couldn't do it. So morning, Melissa, what's going on? So here we are. This is yesterday's miracle morning and today's. Oops, daisies, life happens. Okay, so a lot of you guys are participating. I want you guys to catch me up for yesterday and today. Do your good morning sunshine, your hashtag GMS when you join. If it's a rewatch, let us know that it's a rewatch. And we'll also go through the special, like every single day we do our savers. We always do our gratitude, but then we have our special thing, which yesterday would have been reading dynamite, right? So gratitudes first. Good morning, Jenny. How are you? Good morning, Joanne. I am grateful for apparently not killing myself in that hot tub thing, but taking a video of it. Like, what was I thinking taking a video in the first place? I know exactly what I was thinking, actually. But for that piece, like, it's so funny. Now I'm getting like reach outs from some people about taking the video and selling it. I don't even know what that means, but I'm thankful because, guys, it's a new adventure. And you guys know that I love adventures. So anything that's new, that's different, that's like, I haven't tried this yet, totally all about it. So grateful for that. Grateful for the survival of that situation. Grateful for new adventures. I'm grateful that this morning I got like a hot tub and a beach experience. Because here's what happens. Like I wake up and my shoulder's sore because I keep sleeping funny because my arm hurts. So everything's like catapulting into whatever things. Morning, Patricia. How's it going? And I was like, I'm going to sit in the hot tub. It's going to make it feel better. Open up the hot tub with the broken cover, right, under the broken gazebo. And guys, not only is it a hot tub, it was like going to the beach because our volleyball pit's right across from it and the beach blew into the hot tub. So I could like grab handfuls of sand and spots, like the water's crystal clear, but it's like beachfront property. So I'm grateful that I have a beach hot tub. Who else can say that, right? I tried to like scoop it out. It wasn't working very well. Whatever. Still nailed it. Still rocked it. And I have a beach hot tub. Thankful for that. Okay, so share your gratitudes. We've got gratefuls for my morning motivation. Yes, family fun. Nikki's even got her IMs right in there. Share that piece of it. And then today, the focus outside of our goldfish is reading. So I would love to hear, just like last week, what are you reading right now? What, reading, listening to podcasts, whatever that is, what are you doing for improvement? Not that you're not perfect the way you are. Remember, we talked about that. But for just like self-exploration of advancement. Like, what are you doing? What are you seeking? What are you reading, listening to right now? So share with us, even if it's like a YouTube video, because then you all can start listening to what one another do. One of you asked me to share my list of books, Carrie. I have not done that yet, but I am definitely going to. So just want to let you know. Morning, Debbie. Morning, Tim. All of our other friends that just joined us. We are already through our gratitudes. We're already through our reading. You guys have done some of your IMs. So we're going to get started and we're going to talk about the goldfish and throwing that little sucker right in the counter. And it's funny because I wanted to, yes, the weather's letting Jeff hang out with his kiddos. That's so perfect. And you're perfect, of course. Okay. Drink and rest. Deb, how's the knee? How are you feeling? How's your recovery? You guys, our friend Deb just had knee replacement surgery, which is incredible because you're like going to the other side and being able to walk comfortably, right? It's awesome. All right, so you're watching Weirdo talk about goldfish. That is correct. I was going to call this A water is to fish, but some of you probably haven't heard that yet, so you would have read it and scrolled right by. I thought maybe it was more like eye-catching to see like taking a water of goldfish and throwing it on a counter. Like that seemed better to me. So let me explain what the hell I'm talking about today. We talked a couple days ago about why we don't take action. Do you guys remember that? And I gave you a full list of almost 20 things of some things that might be holding you back from taking action. And then, I noticed that some of you commented or wrote me back, like you do have areas in your life where you're like, yes, that's me. I've taken action here. I've taken action here, but I noticed that I'm not taking action in this area of my life. I'm stagnant, and it is because of those reasons, right? And others of you probably watched that and you were like, I don't even know what she's talking about because I don't know where I would take action. And I was thinking actually even before that, how there's this saying, there's a lot of different things that go around this, but like you guys, a water is to fish is, and I don't even know how the joke goes, so this like was gonna look really bad, but like two fishes are like, they're swimming along and they're like just hanging out and they're just going down this is goldfish, so they're like going in circles, and because we're sticking with the goldfish, right? They're going in circles around their little like jar, and one of them's like, wow, the water's really nice today, isn't it? And the other guy's like, what water? Like, what do you mean water, right? The fish has no idea that it's in water. The fish, like a fish is born into a space of water. It doesn't know what water is. It doesn't know the word water. It doesn't know how to describe water. A water is just what is. Like water, that's where they are. So a water to fish means it's just part of what they are brought into, and it's their expectation, and there's not even a description for it because it just is. Does that make sense? So we're like backing it up all the way. Now the goldfish is in the water. That's the explanation. It's like for us, air is to human, and they have a lot of these and they do a lot of the as-is. Like this is like I'm taking my SATs, right? So water is to fish as air is to humans. We wake up and we just have two, I'm reading Leanne's, guys, I'm squirrel. I'm reading Leanne's message. But so we wake up, we're born into the world. There's just air, like air just is, right? So look at it. Hey, Juan, congratulations. So jacked up for you, buddy. I was reading your post this earlier today. So just wanted to shout you out. You are freaking killing life right now. And going back, so looking at your water is to fish. The explanation of this is like the fish doesn't know. It doesn't know what it's in. It doesn't know what water is. Generally until it's removed, until you take that goldfish and you slap it onto the counter and all of a sudden it's not in water anymore and it can't function, it can't operate. Now the fish understands what water is. Sometimes you have to remove something completely and look at it from the outside to understand what you're in. So let's take this to life, because I am actually, you guys, not interested in the goldfish or throwing it on the countertop or that a water is to fish, like none of that. How does this apply to our lives, especially when we were talking about making changes a couple days ago, if you don't know where to make changes? And the discovery there is, you guys, you don't know what you don't know. Morning, Shauna. Morning, Zach. How are you guys doing? And everybody else who's joined since then. And I know I go to all sorts of different things. It's like all the different like seminars, books, conversations, all of it lead me. And like, it seems like there's like a juxtaposition between everything. Like it's all meshing together. And part of this that I've heard is you don't know what you don't know. Like you know what you know and you know what you don't know, right? Because I know and there's people explain this really well. Like I know that I know how to walk, that I know how to do handstands. I know that I do not know how to fly a plane. I know that I do not know, so I know what I know and I know what I don't know, but I don't know what I don't know. Just like the fish doesn't know that it's in water. It has no idea, right? And there's probably areas in your life where you don't even know that you're stuck, which means that you're not stuck essentially, right? Like you could be perfectly happy. If you're like so blissfully happy, like right now, if you would say you're exuberantly happy with life, that isn't it. Like that's what I want people to be able to say. Like I am exuberantly happy with all aspects of my life, right? And if there's something where it's like, I don't know what's missing, but I know that I don't feel that, Callie. Like what you just said I don't feel like exuberantly happy with all aspects of life, right? And like we talk a lot about how life happens, you guys. Like it's not all happiness all the time. I get that completely. But at the same time, like a general feeling of happiness of what you're accomplishing, because we only get this one life. So in that, if you're not feeling it, what don't you know that you don't know? Like, what is your water? And by that, I mean, like, what is it? Morning, Chewy, what's going on? Morning, Mary. What is your water? What's just around you, and you have no idea that it's there because you're not able to pull yourself out, throw the fish on the counter, and look at it and be like, oh, like, I see it from a different angle. I see what's going on in my life. And how can you discover that? And the first thing is that you have to want to discover it. You have to want for more, want for better. And you don't like that, like, in order to discover it, you don't have to. Like, I don't care. Like, if you're perfect wherever you're at, that's perfect, right? But if you're seeking more in life, you have to start taking action and be willing to jump out of the fishbowl and look in and be like, okay, like, I see where this area is messed up or this area is a little messed up. And it's hard. Like, self-reflection, you guys, is freaking tough. Looking in the mirror and being like, okay, like, taking the water away, what is really going on here? That is really difficult, because then we're going to start like picking apart the pieces of our life that aren't working great, and then we work on fixing them. That's really hard. So what could this mean for you? Like, one initial, like, a lot of examples that I was looking up is culture. So a water is to fish as culture is to humans, like societal, like, interactions. And what I mean by that is, if you're born into poverty, and that's all you know, that's all you see around yourself, that's what life is, that is lifestyle for you. Like, you don't even know that there's this different level of life, this different type of life over here. Or it could be the same way. You could be born into money and having anything and everything you want with a snap, right? And all of your group around you is that. You only expose yourself to that. You don't even know that there's people over here waiting in line to try to get a meal for the night. And that's help, right? Or maybe it's, once again, we go back to your health. Like, you're like, I feel okay. Like, I feel fine. Like, you don't even know what you don't know about your health until you feel. Oh my God, that was the longest delay ever. I took you guys outside. I flipped my phone every way. I turned it on airplane mode. So anyways, if you're watching, then maybe you're back, maybe you're gone. Yeah, most of you are like, peace out. It's been 15 minutes, Cal. Okay, anyways, I do want to finish this up though. So what I was saying is, I hear from clients a lot that they don't know how bad they felt until they feel good. Like, sometimes you don't even know where you're at until you actually experience the other side of things, right? So as you guys decide that you want to, like, jump out of the fishbowl and reflect on your life and really take a look at it, you might find some really surprising things about where you're at and what you could work in and on, which will help you make those decisions that we were talking about 2 days ago, because then you at least know what to make a decision about, right? And just, you know, there's different main areas of your life that you can start to evaluate. And the other thing is, you might have to ask for some help. Like, sometimes you're so in it, you are so in it, whatever it is, that you don't even know what it is. You might have to, like, just, you know, and this is like, okay, so if you're not, what I said, exuberantly happy in all areas of your life, like, where could you seek? And ask a couple friends, ask some people that are around you. Like, when you look into my life, I'm really gonna wrap this up because that's gonna keep happening. So, morning, David, what's up, buddy? So when you're seeking other people and you're like saying, so what do you see that maybe I can work in and on? One, like, be strong, because that's hard to ask somebody else. And you have to ask somebody who's willing to give you an honest answer of, you know what? You know, I think if you worked in and on your health a little bit, you might feel so much better. You just don't even understand what could change for you. Or I don't know if you recognize how much you actually are complaining about your job. Like, you say that it's you love what you do, but there's also a lot of the things. I just started working to see what you guys are saying. Okay, I'm gonna seriously, like, wrap this up. So, and I don't even remember where I was at now. So ask someone if you want that opinion. Oh, I was gonna say, maybe it's in your, like, it's in a friendship or it's in a social circle. You're like, do you realize that every time you come to me, you're kind of always complaining about this group, or like that's where you're bringing in negativity. So if you wanna assess where you wanna take action in your life and how to work towards more happiness, more success, more life in life, okay? And then